Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning to one and all, dear students. Chapter 3, Physiography and Drainage. We have finished with the physical part of India and Brazil. India had the Himalayan region, the North Indian plains, the peninsular region, the coastal region, and the islands of India. 5 parts. Similarly, Brazil also divided into 5 parts: the highland regions, the coastal plains, the highest peak, the Brazilian highland, the plains of Brazil, and the North and South Atlantic Ocean, the 200-kilometer Casino Beach. In that way, now we move on to the drainage part. The physiography or the physical part of India and Brazil has been completed. Now we move on to drainage part. Drainage means the river system of the country of India and the river system of country of Brazil. Now in India, we'll do page number 21 of your textbook. We shall be moving with India today in this lecture, and the next lecture we'll move with the drainage system or the river system and lakes of Brazil. Today, now if you look at the map on page number 21, you can see ample amount of rivers in the north, in the south, in the east, and in the west. If you look at the north part completely, you will find Lake Vuller out there, and you can find different rivers also on top. River Shyok, River Indus, River Chenab, River Ravi, River Beas, River Satluj. These are the rivers that start all in Jammu Kashmir. Then they move on to Afghanistan. Further they move into Pakistan, and finally it moves or empties itself into the Arabian Sea. Then on the right side or the eastern part of it, you see the rivers of the Himalayan regions, where the rivers start from Lake Rakas and Lake Mansarovar. Just both are in the country of Tibet, China. You can see it's written in blue, the Lake Rakas and Lake Mansarovar. If you look at the line that moves, or the river line movement from Lake Mansarovar, the name of the river is Tsangpo in the country of China. That same river, when it enters into India through Arunachal Pradesh, the name of the river is Dihang. And furthermore, when it comes into the state of Assam and then Meghalaya, it is known as the Indian river, that is river Brahmaputra. And from there again it moves into the country of Bangladesh, and finally it empties itself into the Bay of Bengal. That is the Himalayan river from China into India, from the state of Arunachal Pradesh, and then into the state of Assam and Meghalaya, and then into the country of Bangladesh and into the Bay of Bengal. Now if you see various other rivers out there, the river Yamunotri is out there, where the Lake Rakas is there in the Himalayan region. The river Gangotri out there, and there are ample amount of rivers in the northern plain, and they are all starting or originating from the Himalayan region. Because of this particular pattern, the Indian rivers have been given 2 river system. One is called the Sindhu river system, that is the Indus river valley system, or Indus river, the 5 rivers of Indus. In that case, that is known also as the Sindhu river pattern. And the second one is all the rivers of the Ganga and the tributaries of Ganga, which are all of them starting from the Himalayan region, and rivers that move into the Ganga river itself, that comes from the center part of India also. If you check out the Ganga and its tributaries, it's starting with Yamunotri at the Lake Rakas, the Gangotri, then the river Yamuna, the Ganga, river Gomti, river Shraddha, river Ghagra, river Rapti, river Gantak, river Kosi, river Tista. These are all rivers that are tributaries of the river Ganga that come from the Himalayan region. They are known as the perennial rivers of India. Perennial means rivers that have water all around the year. The water is available all around the year because the ice keeps melting from the Himalayan region. And remember to mark the direction of the flow of the river. Now the same river Ganga has other tributaries also. If you look down again into the state of Madhya Pradesh, you see the river Chambal, the river Sindh, the river Betwa, river Ken, river Sun. All these rivers move from south to the northern part and meet the river Ganga and flow into the Bay of Bengal. Both the river Ganga and the river Brahmaputra move into the country of Bangladesh and then move into the Bay of Bengal. Remember, India has the largest delta also, where the Ganga and its tributaries and the confluence of Brahmaputra and Ganga together move about towards the Bay of Bengal. That was the northern rivers, the Sindhu river system and the Ganga river system. Now let's move on to the state of Rajasthan, where you can see the lake Sambar out there written in blue. And if you move, check it out with that same river, with the same lake, you can see river Luni, and below that again you can see a river Sabarmati, river Mahi. These are not the main rivers of India that move towards the Arabian Sea, but the main rivers of India is just below that. If you come down below, find the same lane, same movement downwards, river Narmada and river Tapi. You can see it out there, which move into, both are in the state of Maharashtra. River Narmada starts at Amarkantak. You can see the place where the starting point of river Narmada is. From the center of Madhya Pradesh to the complete border of Maharashtra, and finally it meets the Arabian Sea. Next, just below the river Narmada is the river Tapi, which starts itself or originates itself in the state of Maharashtra. Name is Multai, and this river again moves towards the western side and empties itself into the Arabian Sea. These are the two major rivers that move from the eastern side to the western side and empties itself into the Arabian Sea. These are the two major rivers of emptying themselves into the Arabian Sea. There are many rivers below that also. Not that no, you can find rivers as river Periyar right down in the state of Kerala. And now moving on to the rivers of Bay of Bengal. Most of the rivers start from the Western Ghats. If you remember your physiography of India, most of the rivers originate in the Western Ghats. If you check it out, see just below the river Tapi, there is Trimbakeshwar, a place in the state of Maharashtra. Next is just below that you have another place, Bhima Shankar. Next below that again another hill station known as Mahabaleshwar, where most people may have visited Mahabaleshwar also. So all these are places in the state of Maharashtra and in the Western Ghats. They all originate with major rivers out there. The river Godavari starting from Trimbakeshwar, the river Krishna starting from Mahabaleshwar, and the river Bhima starting from Bhima Shankar in that way. If you follow that particular route, they are all moving towards the eastern side. They all start from the Western Ghat, Trimbakeshwar, Bhima Shankar, Mahabaleshwar, namely known as the rivers of Godavari, Bhima and Krishna. They all move towards the eastern part and then finally move into the Bay of Bengal. You have below that, if you move down again, you have the river Tungabhadra, which meets the river Krishna out there. You have river Majra, which means the river Godavari out there. So you have many other rivers also, and one more major river down the line, that is in Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu has one special river where both the states, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, are yet having a good quarrel over the water of Kaveri. The river Kaveri moves or originates from Brahmagiri in the state of Kerala and moves down into the state of Tamil Nadu, and this river feeds both the states in every work or every field in their cultivation way. That was the river. And if you look up again down from Kanyakumari line, move upwards on the eastern Ghats part, you can see the river Kaveri, river Penna, river Krishna, Lake Kolleru is out there. Then you have river Sabri, you have Indravati, river Pranhita, river Vainganga. All these rivers are there. And again you move up into the state of Odisha, where you find the river Mahanadi out there. Again up again eastwards, eastwards is river Brahmani. Again you move up again, there is river Rekha, and then river Damodar, and then you have the river Hooghly out there. So if you move right from top to bottom, you have your Sindhu river system, that the Indus river system on the top, and then you have the Ganga river system in the northern plains with the support of the Himalayan mountains. Then you have the Brahmaputra, which comes from China, namely the river in China is Tsangpo, enters through Arunachal Pradesh, named as Dihang, moves into the state of Assam and Meghalaya, named as Brahmaputra. Then you have the rivers of Arabian Sea, namely the river Narmada starting at Amarkantak, the river Tapi starting at Multai. There are other minor rivers also there, river Sabarmati, river Mahi, river Sulluni, river Periyar, that move into the Arabian Sea. And then you have the rivers that flow into the Bay of Bengal, where you have most of the rivers starting from the Western Ghats, and the state of Maharashtra is an originating place for rivers. You have Trimbakeshwar, where the Godavari river originates. You have Bhima Shankar, where the river Bhima originates. You have Mahabaleshwar, where the river Krishna originates. And all these rivers flow from the Western Ghats totally and move throughout the state of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and move into the Bay of Bengal. And again you move down again, right from down to the state of Tamil Nadu, you have your river Kaveri. Then you move again upwards on the eastern Ghats, you have your lake Pulicat, you have your lake Kolleru. Up again you have lake Shilka with the river Mahanadi out there. Then again up again on the eastern side itself, river Brahmani, river Subarmalekha, and river Damodar. All these rivers are the complete drainage system of your Indian rivers all over India, where you can divide it into different parts. One of the Sindhu river system, secondly the Himalayan river system, third the Peninsula region system, and again you have your Arabian Sea river system and the rivers meeting the Bay of Bengal. If you have any queries, you have any doubts, you have any problems, you are most welcome to ask me as and when you require it. Remember, subscribe, share and like the videos so that every student in the state of Maharashtra can visualize these videos that have been prepared by the Hera English School, so that it benefits all the SSC students in and around the state of Maharashtra. Thank you. Jazakallah.